Alrighty, it has been a very long time since I have filmed, but I actually went to Walmart yesterday and I found from what I've understood, it's not like a new brand right now. It is the brand Profusion Cosmetics. Now this is, I don't know if they're just bringing this into my Walmart because of the holidays. I don't really know why they have it. Maybe they're gonna have it stay in my Walmart, but from what I've understood in the research I've done on this brand is that they only sell online and in Target. Don't know if that's true, but I know people were talking about how they've gotten these in Target. Nobody's really mentioned how they were in Walmart. I tried to get one of kind of everything that they had available in my store. They don't have foundation. They have a concealer palette and like a color correcting palette, but those are online. I'm not sure if Target actually carries more of that kind of stuff too, but I picked up, from what I noticed, that they had 3 different like lip kit type of deal. They had a really weird like purple color, and then they had this lighter nude, and then they had more of like a mauve nude. I have a lot of nudes, but I feel like this one, the other one, like the mauve one, I feel like I have more of those kind of shades than this one. So I figured I'd give this one a go. I also picked up a highlight and contour palette. They feel really like buttery, but then like you pull your finger back and they just look really chalky and powdery. I also went ahead and got a blush palette. Now I did go ahead and swatch these two, and some of them are chalkier, more powdery than others. They have like a really weird texture where they feel buttery and smooth, but they're chalky. Some of these have more of like a sheen. This one's more of like a really sheen blush, and this one's kind of more of a satin, where this one's a matte, this one's a matte, this one's more of a satin. I would say this kind of berry shade here is more of a satin too. My eyes, I'm kind of looking more towards this one, and this one. And this one's the Bashful, Juicy, and Great. I don't really know which ones I'm going to be going in with today. Also, I forgot to mention that the little lip kit things here, this is in the shade Secret. It has a matte lip color, a matte lip liner, and then like a lip topper. And the last thing I got, because like I said, they didn't have that much at Walmart so far, I got the berry palette. I'm just gonna be honest, when I looked at these, I thought that they were like the palettes, like the eyeshadow palettes were the things that caught my eye right away. And it's just because they look so nice. But here are the shades here of the berry palette. And here's a little bit of a closer look. You guys can always see that there are some mattes, metallics, definitely more like satin and metallic colors. And when I look at this palette, I'm like immediately drawn to this like bright neon pink, disco, go girl, and just like this corner. Not gonna lie guys, I'm like kind of totally nervous about these eyeshadows. I've seen really good reviews for their eyeshadows, but like just swatching them makes me a little nervous. But like I always say, the true test in an eyeshadow is how they apply to the eye. Alright, so eyes are primed. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my Beauty Concepts blank slate, kind of like the little brushy thingy. I don't even know what the original name for this was, but I'm just going to make sure that I have all my product off of my brush. I don't really know where I am going with this look. There's only a couple like transition shades. There's a shade Hidden, and then Fling. Fling is like a really cool tone, like brown gray. I don't want a shade like that, so I think I'm going to go in with the shade Hidden. Now, I can definitely see a lot of kickback with these shadows, and it's making me nervous. So I'm just going to start off by going in my outer corner, kind of just placing the shade on. I'm starting with circular motions, and then I'm going to slowly sweep that color. This does not look like the shade in the palette. I hope I didn't have another color on my brush. Okay, maybe that was my fault. I think I might have had a little bit left on my brush, or I accidentally tapped into one of these other colors. I gotta admit, like, I was totally not expecting these to blend out as nice as they are. I was getting really nervous just with all the kickback and everything, which that doesn't always mean that it's like a bad palette or anything, but just the texture of them was making me kind of nervous. I'm gonna go in with this bright pink, but what shade should I go in with next? I think actually I'm gonna go right in with this shade Disco, this like purpley color here next. And I'm gonna take that on my Morphe M433 brush. She's not as pigmented as I thought. Okay, that one's kind of showing up more like pinky. I don't know. Can you guys see that shade? Like, it's not very like bam like I was kind of expecting. This one isn't blending out as good. It's not bad, but it's not fabulous. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with that transition shade that we used. I'm just gonna kind of go back over that. Alrighty, so now I think that I put that shade on. I'm gonna go back in with it in a little bit, but I'm just gonna go jump in with Jive and just kind of see what happens. I kind of want to keep this color like mainly in my lower crease. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of work with two brushes. Usually whenever I kind of want to do this, I'll take like a really pointed brush like this. This is the Morphe M507 brush. And I'm going to go back in with my M433 brush. I'm going to go ahead and dip in with that more pointy brush. There's a lot of kickback with this one. I actually swatched this shade last night and I was like, okay, this is good. And they smell kind of chemically. I keep getting like a weird whiff, and it's definitely the eyeshadow. Once again, this is the shade Jive. Okay. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. Yeah, it doesn't look horrible, you guys. I'm gonna go once again back in with that hidden shade. I'm just gonna kind of blend out the edges here. So normally I'd go in with like a really rose gold color, kind of with a look like this, or like a white. The only thing I have here is the shade Precious, which is kind of like a chunky metallic. It doesn't swatch very good. It's got like some white reflex in there, but like it stays on my finger really good. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my paint pot here. And I'm gonna try using the brush that comes in the palette. It just says Profusion on it. They don't have a name on it. It's just got like a little tapered part here and then like kind of like a packer brush. I'm gonna pick up the shade Precious, the one I just showed you on my hand. I'm just gonna kind of pack this on. Yeah, we're going in with the finger. This shade is nothing like I thought it would be. Oh, I don't know if I like this. The reason I don't like it, and I'm sure you guys can see, it probably looks super glittery, but like when you look at it, it's like, I don't know if you guys can tell, like it's super patchy. It's like a pretty glitter, like this would be a pretty like color to top on top of another color. All right, we're gonna kind of change things up a little bit since I don't like that color. Okay. The shade is like super metallic. Like, holy crap-a-moly. Alrighty, well we're gonna go back in a few of our shades that we had before and just kind of blend out kind of where the glitter and the matte eyeshadow meets. See, and then it kind of just like blends away. Okay. I don't get these eyeshadows, you guys. I don't know, you guys. This doesn't like look terrible, but it doesn't look all that great either. So I'm gonna go back in with that other shade here, and I'm going to grab this shade called Nebula, and I'm just gonna grab that like kind of tapered color and try to bring. Okay, well that's not gonna work. What in the world? These shades are like, eh. All I gotta say is this is kind of one of those like satin metallic shades. I normally wouldn't put this on my crease, but I really don't have any like kind of darker colors to work with. And I'm just gonna say this color is super freaking patchy. Like, I am trying my best to make this work, and I'm kind of just trying to keep it like in my crease. Alright, so I just opened up my blinds just so you guys can kind of see really how much fallout is like all under here, which is easy to clean up. All I'm going to need is a little bit of some of my micellar water to kind of clean that up, but glitter does really stick. You guys, I'm trying my best to come up with a look that like looks good. These are just, this is, like I said, this is my first time playing with the palette. I've been kind of really struggling to go in back and forth with these shades. These metallic shades are kind of eh. The matte shades are decent. Whenever you get like a color like this, it's always like these kind of brighter shades here. They're always kind of a hit or miss just because it is a lot harder to make reds and pinks and all those kind of things and purples and stuff because they have like the purple undertone, or the, sorry, not the purple undertone, like the red undertone. This shade Nebula in the corner of the palette is what I have kind of in my crease. And in the outer part of my eye, I don't know, you guys can kind of see right here where it looks kind of patchy. Like, and I have gone like over and over and over and over and over and tried to blend it, and it's just like not that cute. But we're gonna go ahead and just kind of be done with the eyes. I have tried my best to blend it out to my best of my ability here. So we're gonna be moving on to my skin, and then we're gonna play with the blush palette and the bronzer palette and then lips. Since my camera is dying, I'm gonna be going in with some lashes and doing my foundation and my concealer and all that, and then we're gonna go ahead and play with the little blush thing here and the highlight and contour. So I will be right back and my face will be a little bit more beat. So I totally started using the shade contour in this palette and realized that I was not filming. I ended up putting it on, you guys, and I don't know how bad you guys think it is. Like, can you guys see how patchy my skin is here? I don't really know what this side looks like, but like in here is not good. It's not that pigmented, but it's enough for like it not to be crazy, which is nice. But like the parts that you can see is super freaking patchy. All right, now we're gonna go with the blush palette. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Playful right here in the middle. It does have a little bit of like a satin finish to it, so I'm just gonna be careful when going in with it. I'm just gonna take a random blush brush that I have. Can you guys see how powdery that is? Like, I literally barely tapped. So just gonna start putting blush on. Do you guys see anything? Like, it's kind of showing up in person. Okay, I think I put way too much in on this, I know. I don't know, you guys. Meh. The eyes don't look that bad, honestly, like as I look at them. But just like actually blending was kind of hard. The blush did end up kind of showing up. It's hard to see on camera. I think in person it kind of shows up, but they're just very dry, not pigmented, kind of eh. So now we're gonna go in with the highlighters. I'm gonna go in with the shade in the middle here, the one that's gonna look the best on my pale ass skin, and it's a shade right here, Impulse. So I'm gonna go in with this brush, tons of powder. Normally I would go in like with my Amarazzi highlighter, and then what I kind of do is I go in with my setting spray, and then I kind of like hit right in the middle with my Jeffree Star one. This time we're just gonna kind of go in. Oh, okay. Okay. She not bad. She not bad. You guys can obviously see that there is like a highlight going on, but in person it just looks super grainy, if that makes sense. Maybe it'll look better on my nose. I'm not liking it. Let's try going in with like some setting spray. I'm going to be taking my Morphe setting spray. That's a little bit better for the highlight on the nose. Get a little bit on the cupid as well. I always go on my chin. And I'm going to try going in on the... Yeah, I don't know. It's just looking kind of eh. Alright, so my lips are looking disgusting. I need to get some lip color on there. I'm just going to go in with that before we finish up the lower lash line and put mascara on. So the color of this is Secret. This is the lightest nude that they had at my Walmart. And like I said, it comes with a matte lipstick, a matte lip liner, and then a shimmering lip topper. don't think I'm gonna go with the shimmering lip topper today, but I'm gonna use the lip liner and the matte lipstick. Oh boy, I don't know if this is gonna be the right shade for this look. This was definitely not the right color for this look, so I'm probably gonna be changing it up, just to be completely honest. The purpose of this video is to try out these products. This lip color doesn't feel sticky. It needs to dry down. Just definitely doesn't flow with this lip color, or sorry, this eye look today. But okay, we can always wipe that off. I just want to see how it dries down, kind of how it feels on the lips. It smells like coconut, tastes like coconut. Probably shouldn't eat it, but we're gonna go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M432 brush, and I'm gonna go in with that Nebula color, the dark purple that we went in, that we have in our crease. So tap off the excess, because Lord knows there's a lot of excess on there. And we're just gonna kind of start stamping this along the lower lash line. Like when I had to go in with it for the crease, like I had to really work with it and have like a more dense brush, like this tapered one here, to really get in my crease and really get in there to blend it out. So it took a lot of work, but now that we have that along the lash line, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out with, I'm gonna put some of that disco shade in here. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this one. So this is kind of how it's looking so far. And then the lower lash line, I'm just gonna go in with that tapered brush. Now I'm gonna go in with my little brush cleaner thing here, and I'm gonna go in with that transition shade with that tapered brush that went in with the purple. I made sure that that was clean. I'm just kind of blending it even lower. This lip color isn't terrible. It's definitely like really drying. Like, can you guys see how cracky my lips look? I'm gonna go ahead and put some eyeliner on my waterline, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch up my lip color and probably go curl my disastrous hair, and I will be right back. All right, so I just went ahead and decided to go and straighten my hair rather than curl it, just because I didn't have enough time and my natural lighting is going away as it is. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of different video. I wish I was able to get some more stuff from this brand. But as for the Berries palette, I think the packaging of it is really pretty. It kind of feels kind of more high-end. Some of these matte shades performed better than others. Pink shade turned out really good. It was a little hard to blend out, which just goes to prove, yeah, it swatched really good, but when it came to blending it was a little difficult. And then the transition shade kind of swatched but it blended out good. So that's just proof that a swatch doesn't do much. If I had to choose out of 10, I'd say like a 6 or a 7 on this palette. It's not horrible. I would definitely say, like, if you're someone who's new and kind of wants to try out like a nicer palette to kind of play around with some color with, they have some other brighter shades too. That would be great to try out, just to kind of get the idea of how everything would come together with a palette. As for the metallic shades, they're kind of hit or miss. You guys saw that there's a lot of fallout with them. It's just super duper glittery. I think they put a lot. The pigment is good, but there's just so much glitter in there that makes it look chunky and messy, and then it falls all over. I obviously came up with like a decent look, and it doesn't look bad. It's the only thing that drives me nuts is this little part right here. I don't know why like no pigment is staying on there. As for the lips, they were really nice, a little drying, but actually after I turned the camera off, I went ahead and put this Profusion sparkling lip topper, and it wasn't like super metallic and glittery, but it kind of moistened up my lips a little bit and made them feel good, like they weren't so drying. So I'm kind of interested to use this as a topper for other matte lipsticks as well. So I'm kind of excited about that. I really did like this. The lip liner went on super duper smooth. The color looks pretty nude, but when it goes on the lips, it's definitely like a brighter pink, kind of like this was. The highlighters, like their actual like powder products, kind of smell like chemicals, more the eyeshadow. As for the highlight and contour, again, if you're someone who's kind of starting out, I definitely think like these highlighters are really subtle. I think that there's better out there. Wet n Wild has like $2-3 highlighters that you could like go ahead and buy and be really happy with. They have beautiful ones. These ones are just kind of really chunky and powdery, and that's the thing. I think they're just putting too much of like the glitter into their product when they're making it, so it just looks chunky and glittery, and maybe some people like that, but I feel like there's better stuff out in the market. This was only $5, but honestly I think you could go spend $5 on other things like the double-sided Wet n Wild contour and like the powder highlight. Otherwise they have some cheap like single highlighters as well that I think you could get your money well worth for. As for the blush palette, I think I kind of want to play around with this some more, honestly. Also, just like remember that these are super powdery. I don't try and let that like make me be drawn away from a product, but these were like super duper powdery. So always make sure if you do try these out that you're tapping off your brush, whether it's the eyeshadows, the highlighter, the contour, or the blush. But I did go in with Playful here in the middle, and it did blend out nice. You really have to go ahead and blend and like build up the product, but make sure that you're not like, make sure you're tapping your brush off in between each one, because I got one cheek that was super bright and I had to go and like even it out. So just be really careful when you're working with a product like this. If you could choose one of these, I'd definitely say the blush palette. Of course, like I said, these are really good for people who are starting out. So if you're someone who's new to makeup, maybe give these a try. It's $5. You get a few decent blushes in here, which is nice. I really want to play with this like berry shade here too, but yeah, that was everything that I got from Profusion. I hope you guys enjoyed this little different of a video. It's been a while since I've tried out products on camera, and if these aren't new, I'm sorry you guys, but they were new to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed. It sounded like a lot of people didn't know about this brand when I was reading online, that they just discovered it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I missed you guys so much, but if you guys would like to see more videos from me, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to go ahead and ring the bell as well to be notified every time I post a new video. But yeah, I think that's everything I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.